Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about a very important topic of international business, which is theories of international trade. We are specifically going to talk about all the country-based or classical theories. Now let us start. So the first question comes is, what exactly is international trade? See, every country on the globe, we all know, makes an effort to boost its economy by indulging itself in various trading activities. So the reason to excel in international trade is because it involves exchange of lots of foreign currency, and we require foreign currency a lot because we all know that we import a lot of crude oil and it involves nothing but tons of foreign currency, and of course every resource from technology to labor to culture and whatnot. Very right. So when we come to the meaning of international trade, when goods, services, technology, labor, knowledge are exchanged across the national boundaries of the country, a country is said to be involving itself in international trade simply. So not only goods, services also, technology also, our knowledge, okay, everything is exchanged across the national boundaries, and this trade or business leads to benefits. What kind of benefits? In the form of growth of the economy, right? We all know that there are three sectors in our economy, particularly like agriculture, manufacturing, service, right? So when we are indulging ourselves in international trade, it will naturally lead to boost in all these sectors, which is of course good for the development of our country. Very right. Now, let us discuss the importance of international trade. Why do we need international trade? The first thing is it leads to enhancement in employment opportunities. Very right. So, when a foreign company invests in the host country, okay, it is not only bringing in capital in the form of technology and many things, but also it brings job opportunities for employment, right? Which leads to augmentation of the living standard and lifestyle of the people of the country. So it's very natural when any country or a company is investing, right, in a country. So what will happen? Jobs will be generated, different kinds of jobs will come. So people will get the employment, and their purchasing power will increase and they will be able to live a better life. Very right. Now, enhancement in quality of products also. See, we all know that when there are various firms in the market, the competition rises for better quality and price. This leads to customer always in profit, right? As they get after sales service, maintenance service, warranty, guarantee, and whatnot. So the thing is, when there are many competitors, of course, the companies will be giving us better quality at a cheaper price. Every kind of other sales service, customer satisfaction service, right? Now, the other thing is there is a transfer of culture also. So we all know that every country has its unique culture, whether we talk about their food habits, clothing, or lifestyle for that matter. So due to international trade and globalization, we can have access to Chinese, Thai, and whatnot food at our doorstep also. We can wear Western clothes, accessories, and whatnot. So this has also, international trade has also helped in this transfer of culture also. Now, technological transfer, yes, because of international trade, the technology can be easily transferred, and this is again with the help of technology. So we all agree with this that technological enhancement has changed the entire race of humans, in terms of the way we do our work. Today, a person sitting in any part of the globe can send any technology, be it mobiles, laptops, automobiles, etc., to other parts easily, again with the help of technology like aeroplanes, ships, lorries, various transportation facilities, right? Now, let us discuss the various theories of international trade. See, we are going to discuss classical or country based theories in this lecture. So, the first one is mercantilism, the second one is absolute advantage, then comparative advantage, and finally the Hecksher Ohlin theory. So the first one is mercantilism. See, it is one of the earliest trade theory which was developed in around late 16th century, right? So this theory was very famous in the European countries especially, and it believed that the wealth of the nation is judged by the amount of gold and silver reserves it holds, right? Also, the belief was that export should be promoted, okay, and import totally abolished. So basically, it believed in the concept of protectionism, very right. So this theory basically focused on accumulating the wealth through gold or silver reserves, right? The people basically believe that the more reserves of gold and silver we have, the more rich we are, the more powerful we are, right? So they also followed policy of protectionism, wherein they did not support import at all, right? Now the next theory is theory of absolute advantage. So this theory was propounded by Adam Smith in his famous book called The Wealth of the Nations in 1776. So he was of the view that two countries can indulge in trade if one among them has specialization in a good and other has in another. So what do we exactly mean by this? Let us understand this through an example. Let's take two countries, India and USA, right? See, let's say India is producing six toys, right, in an hour. In 1 hour, India is producing six toys, whereas USA is producing just three toys in 1 hour, right? Now let us talk about the laptops. India is producing four laptops in 1 hour, whereas USA is producing more laptops than India, right? In 1 hour, that is seven. So, according to Adam Smith, India should export toys because it has an absolute advantage. It is producing toys in less time, whereas USA is producing laptops in less time, seven laptops in 1 hour. So it should export this product, right? So in this way, trade can happen between two countries, right? Now, when we talk about the theory of comparative advantage, so this was given by Sir David Ricardo in 1817. Okay, so he believed that two countries can indulge in trade even if one has absolute disadvantage in both the commodities, right? So this we are going to understand through an example. So he suggested that the country which has absolute disadvantage in both the goods can produce that commodity in which it has lesser disadvantage. So let us understand this through an example again. See, we have two countries, India and USA. Let's say India is producing six toys in 1 hour, right? And USA is producing just one toy in 1 hour. When we talk about laptops, India is producing four laptops in 1 hour, whereas USA is producing two laptops in 1 hour, right? So we can see that India has an absolute advantage in both the commodities, right? And USA has an absolute disadvantage in both the commodities because it is producing both in more time, right? So in this case, according to David Ricardo, trade can still take place. How? when the absolute disadvantage is lesser in case of one country. See, when we subtract 6 from 1, we get 5, right? And when we subtract 4 from 2, we get 2. So the comparative disadvantage is less in which case? In this case, right? In case of laptops, so USA should export laptops because it has a lesser disadvantage in case of laptops, right? So this is all about comparative advantage. Now, when we talk about the last theory, it is Hecksher Ohlin theory, and it was given by Eli, Eli Hecksher and Bertil Ohlin. They were both two Swedish economists, right? So this theory is also known as modern or factor endowment theory. Remember, this can be asked in the exam, the other name of Hecksher Ohlin theory. So this what does this theory focus on? They were of the opinion that through use of various factors of production like land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship, countries can gain trade advantage and export to many parts of the countries of the world, right? So they believed that due to all the factors of production, be it land, labor, or capital for that matter, we can use these factors and we can gain a comparative advantage and we can export to many countries of the world. So factor of production was the thing that they talked about. And also one more thing, Leontief Sir Leontief actually did a study in US regarding this, and for the first time he found that this theory is not applicable in US, right? So this was named Leontief paradox. So this question was asked in 2020, that what is the exception of Hecksher Ohlin theory? So this Leontief paradox is basically its exception, right? So remember this. Now, this was all for today. Hope you understood everything about these international theories, trade theories. We are going to discuss other theories, the modern theories, okay, or the firm based theories in the coming lectures. So thank you so much for your time.